Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm your host, Patrick Robinson. We about to get this thing started again. Have a lot to talk about. Well, not that much. I can't lie to you. It's not that much because not that much going on, but we have some important announcements that some of you may have heard, some of you may haven't. Plus, I want to talk about this Saints-Giants game coming up and the future of the Saints. Talked to by Gail Benson and the opinion of New Orleans. So, let's get started, baby. Welcome back. I want to start off by saying some good news for some people, depending on how you feel. Mayor Krew says, I am happy to approve the Krew of Boo parade rolling once again in New Orleans this fall. After canceling probably 2 years in a row Mardi Gras parades, canceling pretty much every event, and we're going to talk about that over this coronavirus. Well, oh man, I'm scared to even say it. They filter everything. It's going on October 23rd, but she said she would be keeping a close eye. She said the 1-9, I'm going to call it the 1-9, have decreased and everything and stuff like that. So we're going to try it out. Okay, good. Now, I always said this, and I know we have to protect the people, but times changed. It's obvious. Who knows why? You got conspiracy theories out there. Who knows what's happening, what this is about. But it don't matter how you look at it. Times have changed. And we have to adjust to those changes. How do we adjust? Well, America is a business. United States is a corporation. It's a business. It's about money. Capitalism. That's how everyone get to come to the great melting pot and be all they can be and make all this money, and the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor, and it's not a what can you say, what they call this, a communist thing. It's get it how you live. And in order to keep that going, economy have to last. You already have restaurants after this Hurricane Ida. Excuse me, drink some water. After Hurricane Ida, you already have restaurants not coming back. They barely survived the pandemic. Then you have this angry broad named Ida come through here and tear things up. Made it worse. So you already have restaurants leaving New Orleans. And let me tell you something. If you've never been here, tourism, restaurants, hotels, and the port is our backbone. You understand? Really, tourism, restaurants, French quarters, downtown. And the good thing about New Orleans, if you haven't been, everything is around in one spot. You know how you go to Las Vegas and you might have to catch the cab here and there. Even New York, you might have to go far to go here, far to go there. No, everything is downtown. Everything you want when you visit New Orleans is downtown and the CBD. However you want, whatever you want to call it. People want to be technical. Well, it's not technically downtown. Hey, man, I'm from New Orleans, been here all my life. That's what we call it. You understand? Downtown, the CBD, the warehouse district is all in one spot. So you have the convention center, the French quarters, the Superdome, restaurants. You don't have to leave the area to get anything unless you just want to go out. It's more to New Orleans just that. It's more to New Orleans just shotgun houses and tore up streets and getting robbed. You understand? It's more to it. So it's everything in one spot. But for the past 2 years, Mayor Krew canceled pretty much everything. And people that you know, exercising their freedom and want to still party, they got punished. Fined, kicked out, all type of stuff. So this here, and I expect the Krew of Brew to be packed. I expect it to be packed. Now, this is something that you have to understand. And she said she's keeping a close eye on this. That's what she said. Well, you might as well don't keep a close eye, because if you expecting the 1-9 not to spread after this, you crazy. It's going to spread. So why keep a close eye? Why have what can you say, ultimatum or whatever you want to call it on it, knowing it's going to happen? That's just like if you have a crowd of people and you got the flu season, someone's going to go home with the flu. It's common sense. Am I right or wrong? Someone's going to go home with the flu. So why even put that in there? Is it, I'm not trying to bash the mayor. I'm just saying, is it a reason to cancel other stuff? No. You might as well don't even say that. I guess she's saying, I'm hoping she's saying if it get out of hand. Well, that's a possibility too. If someone have a common cold and they go to a concert, it's obvious they might spread that common cold. This is basic common sense. So, if you're going to open it, open it. The best thing I say, because the world have to move around. I'm a business owner. I suffered tremendously because of this. This podcast suffered. I opened up this podcast last year. I had to cancel it, open it back up again, cancel it, open it back up again, cancel it, because of everything going on. Of course, you need safety. My whole point is this. This parade is going on October 23rd. I expect it to be packed than it ever been, because people just been sitting inside. Although some people are scared. Because let me tell you something. I have some people that refuse to get that shot, and 2 of them in the hospital right now. You understand? Whether it's because not getting the shot or getting the shot, they in the hospital. No matter how you look at it, they in the hospital. Barely can breathe, 130 years old, pretty young, pretty healthy, barely can breathe, stuff like that. But times are changing, and this is the world we live in. So if we want to move on and continue to make money and become a strong economy, we have to get through it and fight through it. What I'm saying, what you saying, Patrick Robinson? I'm saying I'm glad she okayed this parade. You understand? I'm glad. And I hope she don't use it as a reason I'm not going to say use it. I'm going to say I don't want to, because like I said, I'm not trying to bash her. I'm just talking in general. I mean, I like Mayor Krew. Use it as how can I say this? I hope she don't overreact and cancel stuff after. You understand? Because someone's going to go home sick. It's just obvious. What you should be doing, what you should try to press into their face is wear your mask, stop being an a-hole, wear your mask, wash your hands, keep sanitizer on you. Because this is going to be good for the economy, and we need to get it back to where we had it in New Orleans, because this is the bread and butter. I have met people that moved from all across the country to New Orleans because they love it so much. I met a man, I said, man, you must be rich. I met a man said he came here on a convention trip. A business at the convention. And he said he loved it so much, he missed his flight going back home, saw it as a sign, and decided to move to New Orleans. Yeah. I met a man from Australia, came here to visit and never left. Got a job as a bartender, and that's it. Yeah, that's what people love about us. And not to mention the convention. A lot of stuff been canceled with that. The convention alone, for those who don't know, it was averaging over 300 conventions a year. A year. We have one of the biggest conventions in the United States. Not to mention, everyone know about the big festivals like Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, but New Orleans average, I think, is 320 festivals a year, because you have a bunch of small ones every week. That's just like neighborhood stuff, local stuff. You have the French Quarter Fest, which started off as local. It seemed like it's starting to get, national recognition. They're going to start charging for that because it's free. You just walk in that. Just like they did Jazz Fest. But this is how the economy grows. And some people say, well, you have to stay live. Man, let me tell you something. You can't sit inside all the time. You have to come out. Now, get in the gym, exercise, eat right, take your vitamins, and hope you live to fight another day, because you would get killed walking your doggy. You understand? So my whole point is, I'm happy she approved this Krew of Boo. I will be there. Patrick Robinson will be there. And any other event afterwards, because I've been stuck inside for too long. I'm going to have my mask on, shades on, sanitizer in my pocket. I don't know if I'm catching any bees, but I'm going to be out there. That's just what it is. I'm going to be out there. Okay, let's get off that. They had an interview with Gail Benson, and they're talking about the future of the Saints. I'm not going to get into that. Most of y'all saw that. But I'm going to say this. A lot of people had questions. They didn't broadcast the questions, but what about Benson's family? Because she basically said, I don't have anyone. It's going to the city of New Orleans. Now, he do have kids he raised, nieces and nephews. Gail Benson didn't mention anyone. No one getting that, because she know, I'm guessing, I'm not guessing. I don't have the article in front of me, but I remember covering that on another podcast I was on. They would sell the Saints, and it was friction between them and Benson. That's all I'm going to say. You understand? But I find that, I said, Lord, I mean, it must be bad. It must be bad. The family gets nothing. She's going to sell it back to New Orleans. I think it's a good thing. It keeps in New Orleans, because the Saints is Louisiana, not just Louisiana. The Saints are Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, surrounding areas. You know, it was crazy to say, but at the southern part of Louisiana used to be Saints fans. The northern part all was Dallas fans. I remember. That's why you have so many Dallas fans in Louisiana now. Well, that changed since Breeze, Sean Payton came. A lot of that changed. They got on the bandwagon, you know. Me, I was a diehard when we was wearing paper bags. I was a child with a paper bag, you know. The Saints have to stay here. That's the heart. My question, what about the Pelicans? Let me tell you something. If something don't happen quick, the Pelicans will be sold. This is what I'm saying. This is a football town. And I don't know what the front office about, because from what I was told, it's a bunch of Saints, GMs and all, running the Pelicans. That don't add up, because if you're not into basketball, you shouldn't be messing with that. It should be basketball people running it. I think, and I'm going to get off this because I wasn't planning on talking about the Pelicans. I think that if we can get more players around Zion, and we could turn that to a winning team, New Orleans would be bigger and greater. Because more focus on the Saints, I don't see too much focus on the Pelicans. I would like to keep both, but I'm here to tell you, I can see the Pelicans leaving real soon. Let me get off that. Now, the Saints and the Giants game. I predict we win. I predict we can dominate. Especially if the Saints get their blocking scheme in order. Because that's all we missing. Let me tell you something. Some of you is doubting James Winston. He can get it done. You forget, this is the same dude that was whooping us at Tampa. Well, wasn't whooping us, but he used to come back and throw 8 touchdowns and, you know, stuff like this. The same dude that took Tampa to the championship on raw talent. What's going to have to happen? We're going to have to block. That's it. And the wide receivers going to have to get open. I don't think he holding the ball on purpose and scared to throw it because of Sean Payton breathing down his neck like a dragon. I don't think that's it. I think them wide receivers not get open. You have to understand them all they not 1-2 wide receivers we have in there. The 1-2 are hurt, and that's Michael Thomas, Tre'Quan Smith. But they going against 1-2 cornerbacks. They're not getting open. So it make him have to pull it back, and then make the sack come. The sack going to come if he have to pull back. If he have to 1-2 check, 1, 2, 3, 4, he sacked. In order for us, because everyone's talking about the Rams and Tampa and all this media stuff and all this foolishness, I can't wait till the Saints shut them all up. And Dallas, no matter if they win or lose, they prime time is 0-10. They still get prime time TV. It's crazy. Especially if we can win this and go into the break and come out with Michael Thomas, Tre'Quan Smith, and people off, oh man, it's over. If we can get our wide receivers open, if they can get open and he can let that ball loose, it's over. Because the defense is on point. You have to think, we weren't getting a rush in. People were talking about, well, we was getting to the, man, I didn't see them getting to Matt Jones. I didn't see them getting to Matt Jones like talking about it. I don't know what I was looking at. But that pass rush, that front four not getting the pass rush. That's just what it is. But yet the DB still covered. The DB still knocked down passes and intercepted. Man, that's great. I think the NFL not looking at that. That the pass rush not there like it should be, and we still covering. Yeah. Our 1-2 corners came back, and our 1 came back. And it showed a big difference. I'm like, man, they not getting a pass rush and they still covering. So, if we can block and the wide receivers can get open, we won. If that happened, we're going to win way more games than people think we are. And we're going to disappoint and be number 1 in the league again. Tampa Bay Buccaneers then brought in Richard Sherman. He's not the same Richard Sherman, but he have veteran experience. But he's not the same Richard Sherman. They cornerbacks are poo. Garbage. Is it Antonio Brown or Andrew Brown? Without Antonio Brown, all Tom Brady have is the tight end. It's not that amazing. You understand? It's not that amazing. If Breeze wouldn't have threw 4 interceptions last playoff, we would have went to the Super Bowl. You understand? They're not that amazing at all. But they good. If we can block and wide receivers can get open, so he don't have to pull back and look for 1, 2, 3, because he's not letting it go. He's so scared of the 30 interceptions. That's all the media talking about. He's not letting it go if they're not open. He's not going to give them a chance to make a spectacular play. That play that he threw to Callaway last week, he said he was trying to throw it away. That's what he said. And Callaway, by him being tall, I think he's 6'6", he jumped up and caught it. He was trying to throw the ball away. So he's not going to let it. He's not going to take that many chances as people saying. And like I said what it was Tuesday. Stop acting like Drew Brees never threw that ball up and prayed that the wide receiver come down on it. He made a living off that. So stop acting like that. You know. The man need blocking and the wide receivers have to get open. One thing I will critique him about, like you did in week 1, I know your agent, your wife, and Sean Payton probably told you, slow down with the running. Drew Brees probably called and said, slow down with the running. Nah, man, be you. You don't see it open, take off. What you don't realize, what he need to understand, which probably do. That first week, the reason them wide receivers started getting open because they were scared of you running. Because you started running on them. Keep that up, man. And slide. Stop going head first. Slide. You're not a big bad boy. You're big, but slide. They come to hit you, slide. But start back with the running. That way you can help them receivers get open. And that's it. We do that, we go into the playoffs. Just that simple. And stay healthy, we go into the playoffs. It's not a stretch. If you know football, it's not a stretch. And that's it. Block. Get the wide receivers open. and stay healthy on defense and offense. And we there. I'm just going to say this. I still don't know why Sean Payton not getting a veteran wide receiver in there. Get Dez Bryant. Get somebody. Until Michael Thomas them come back. Come on. And that's all I have to say. Thank y'all for listening. I will be back Tuesday. Or let me say this. Whatever you doing, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, whatever platform you listening to this on. Now, I'm live right now, but honestly, I don't know how to tell you to listen to me live. I'm just going to understand because I'm on live, but how can you listen to me live? I don't know. I'm going to find an easy way because people they're not internet savvy. I know how, but they're not internet savvy. But I'm going to try to find an easier way. But if you're listening on Facebook, follow, get the notifications whenever this gets on Facebook and upload. Should be in another hour or so. YouTube, right away. You can listen to it right away. Spotify, iHeart, wherever you're listening to it on, follow the notifications. There go my cue. I was just about to get off. Hey, that's an appointment I have. So, thank y'all for listening. Follow for notifications. Leave a comment, man. Let me know what you think. One love.